If your team got guaranteed money, tell them call me.
Whoop. Make me say, my.
I done been around the world.
Yeah, I was made for this.
Player Performance with J.A. Cavalier.
Welcome back to another episode of Player Performance. Guys, I'm hitting you from the home gym today. Wasn't going to make it to the office. Didn't want to leave you empty-handed. So I made sure that I got to this and got this out for you guys. As you know, did drop the 29 no doubt route last night. That was just getting caught by the injury report. Nikola Jokic, illness, ends up sitting. So what happens? Celtics come out, bombs away just as we handicapped it, put up 37 in the first quarter. But Mazzulla ends up resting his starters for extended minutes in the second quarter. So the Nuggets end up fighting back in. And Celtics only scored 20 in that second quarter. Pretty bad. End up getting the short end of the stick there. But no worries. We fight through it. Always bounce back. I do have a bunch of spots that I like on tonight's NBA card. I already have 30,000 in action, 3 spots, 10,000 across the board. You can get that. All NBA members are going to be given those 3 games. Link in the description below. You want the games that I'm personally betting, the games I'm personally on. Again, link in the description below. Now listen, this is going to be rapid fire with the free picks. I'm just giving you guys some leans for the card tonight. Don't even have any of my notes available. I'm just going to do this raw dog, old school. You guys know how it goes. And we're going to start off with the Thunder Cavaliers. OKC heading to Cleveland in the game of the night. NBA Finals preview. Cleveland's laying 2.5, total at 230. And I like the under in this spot. A couple things scare me about this, though. All of the talking heads on YouTube are all on the under. That's worrisome. Also, the market is dictating that this is going to go over. This line opened up at like 226, 226 and a half, and has steamed up. Usually that's a little nerve because that's usually originators. That's usually some sharp money coming in. Still, I don't see it. I like the under in this spot. Too much defense on both sides of the court for both teams. A lot of size for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think it's going to be difficult for the Thunder to get to the rim. I think it's going to be, and you guys know that's where SGA eats. Also, both games come in on 10-game win streaks. I know they're going to say the Thunder on a 15, 16-game win streak. Bullshit. They lost to the Bucks in the Cup. That win streak ended at that point and then restarted. So they're both on 10-game win streaks. I do like the Cavaliers in this spot. So I would lay the short number with Cleveland, and I would also go under in this game. We move on to the Bulls-Pacers. There's more questions than answers. You have to see what's up with Halliburton. You have to see what's up with Miles Turner. You really can't get to either side. I may actually play this under. Pace has been the issue for both of these teams. They both started off fast. Everybody knows the Pacers usually play with pace, but now that tempo has slowed down for Indiana, and they've been playing better since the tempo has slowed down. A little more emphasis on defense and perimeter D, but still, I can't get to either side in this one. Moving on, Wizards, Sixers. Look, this is a big number, double digits, without Paul George, without Embiid, but still, I actually really like the Sixers in this spot because although you're going to be missing Embiid and although you're going to be missing Paul George, on the other side, you're missing all of their offense. You're missing Kuzma. You're missing Poole. There's no points going to be scored from Washington. So I would either look to the under or I would take Philadelphia and I would lay the big number. Maybe Philadelphia in the first half. Maybe you want to take a Sixers team total over, but I would only look to the Sixers in this spot. Moving on, we have Toronto taking on New York. Now look, there's a cute little narrative here. First off, I'm not laying double digits with the New York Knicks against anybody in any spot. They showed you even against a shorthanded Magic team with absolutely no offense. They still couldn't get there by margin. Matter of fact, they lost that game outright. Just an absolute shit show. New York has been Jekyll and Hyde pretty much all season. I don't care if Cat plays or not. I am not going to touch this New York Knicks team. I will, however, lean to Toronto and play into the little narrative of the Quickly and RJ Barrett revenge game coming back to the Garden. RJ Barrett has already said that this is a big play for him, that he wants to come out, he wants to show up, he wants to show out. So I would look to the Raptors, take the points. It's a big number. Catching 14, you always want to lean to the dog in that spot in the NBA anyway, and I think the Raptors are actually live in this game. Maybe sprinkle a little bit on the money line. Next up, you have the Pistons at Brooklyn. The Brooklyn Nets are an absolute do not best when they're missing one of two or both Cams. Cam Thomas, Cam Johnson, both out, no offense. You already know what the Nets are doing. They're selling. They've sold the entire farm. They already gave away Schroeder. They already gave away Finney-Smith. They're done. The Brooklyn Nets are already looking forward to the draft. Maybe a couple more trades in the process. I can't get to anything with the Nets. I do like the Pistons. I do think this number is a little bit fat tonight, so I probably can't lay a big number with the Pistons. May have to look to them early, which would be early in the first quarter, maybe early in the first half. You do want to get to some Cade Cunningham props, a little PRA over, maybe it's just some points and assists over, or maybe even just Cade's points over. But that's the only way I can look in this game. It would be Detroit Pistons or nothing. Clippers, Nuggets, you would have to wait to see the status of Jokic. You know, Jamal Murray had to put up big numbers last night in the extended minutes. I don't like the spot for Denver. So I would look to the Clippers here. They are laying a short number on the road. That's pretty telling and pretty much tells you that Jokic is expected to miss this one as well. There is some sort of illness going around, not just in the NBA, pretty much everywhere. Everyone I know knows somebody who's sick. So I would look to the Clippers in this spot. Only get to the Clippers in this spot is the only way I can look. Portland Trailblazers take on the New Orleans Pelicans. Listen, the Pelicans are getting healthy. The Pelicans look a lot better. Still, I don't like them in this spot. Again, Zion's probably not going to play on a back-to-back. I'm not in love with the Trailblazer team on the road. I personally have no play, no look, no lean in this game. Maybe if I was going to play, I would have to see what the rest of the staff is going to do tonight. And if I get pretty much all the other pieces in, I may look to New Orleans, even though they're on the second night of a back-to-back after playing the T-Wolves, which is pretty tough to play. After you're playing Minnesota, the second game after the Minnesota Timberwolves is usually a fade spot because Minnesota does wear you out a little bit. However, I can't get to either side, but I would lean New Orleans. Spurs, Bucks, I can look one way here. Milwaukee Bucks team total over. Obviously, you want to check and you want to wait on the status of Giannis. You may even look at a Giannis triple-double. You're going to get big plus money on that. I would love Giannis in this spot. I like these veteran big men against Wemby. I like these veteran big men wanting to show out, wanting to show up, especially on national television. Remember, this is a national spotlight island game. This is going to be on national TV. So this is a game that you want to look to Giannis props. But he is on the laundry list. He is on the injury report. So you're going to have to wait to see what happens with Giannis. If the big man goes, I'm looking for the big man props because they still want to establish that, listen, slow down, youngin. We still run this shit. You know, and that's what I expected from Embiid when they played the Spurs. That's what I'm going to expect here as well. Although Wemby did kind of own that game and own that night. But I will say this, not going to happen in Milwaukee, not against the Bucks. The Bucks are surging right now. I like the Bucks team total over. I'm going to look to some way. I do have a big play in this game. That's one of my 3 plays tonight. I'm not going to expose exactly who it is. I owe it to the members to keep it for them. You want in? Link in the description below. That's all the plays for today. I gave you guys some leans. I'm not giving you guys the numbers tonight. I don't have my notes. I just wanted to make sure that I dropped the way I'm looking at this card tonight so that you guys weren't stranded left to do this all on your own. As you guys know, we do this for you. We do this out of love. We do it for the community. We're going to do it every day. One way or the other, I don't care if I'm on a plane. I don't care if I'm on an island. I don't care if I'm at a resort. I'm going to make sure I get to the camera. I'm going to make sure I drop some leads for you guys every single day. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. I will be in studio again tomorrow. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. But until then, remember, yesterday's a memory. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. You're here now. Make it count.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no